Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Season's still in its fledgling state, but enough basketball has been played to see how this year's rookie class is shaping up. A chance now to see the rookie race that shows which first-year players are making a big impact early in the race for the Rookie of the Year hardware. You look at James, not really the start he wanted to have for his NBA career, but the season is young. He can still fight his way, guys, into the conversation.
And it's been a fairly drawn-out adjustment period for him in the early stages of his rookie season.
Well, some guys hit the ground running right away in the NBA. He may need some extra time to find his footing.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Okongwu. And it's Young in at the point. And for the Hornets, the wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Plumlee out there with Williams. And it's Mann in at the point guard. Mann gets the bucket. And do you figure, Tim, we're at that point in the season now where we can really evaluate who the top teams are?
Well, Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. There are a handful of teams we knew coming into the season would be at the top. But now, as you look, there are additional teams starting to open our eyes, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade deadline to see who can make a move to close that gap at the top.
And one of the beauties of an 82-game schedule, right? You have a long time to prove yourself.
No doubt about it. There are phases to an NBA season. We're about to enter the most important one.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Rizachet with it, covered by Miller. And that one's good, Rizachet.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding frees Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report.
I really like Daniel's decision-making. He is so good at reading pick and rolls and knowing when to take it himself and when to dish it.
Here's Mann. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Miller outside, and the three ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hornets trail by 3. Got a piece of it. Here's Plumlee. There's 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Williams can't hit. With 1 on the clock, the shot will not fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Knipple out there with Sexton. Then it's James. And it's Peterson in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Gay. Pass to Kennard. Here's Krejci. Shot clock at 5. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Sexton for three. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Houston passes to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Diabate grabs the board. The Hornets trail. Outside, Sexton. Good on the three-point shot. Sexton's got a pair of triples in the second now for Charlotte.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Trey Mann comes in for James. Sexton's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Kevin. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's Daniels following the three by Charlotte. Rizachet in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Rizachet is a playmaker, taking it upon himself to answer from deep.
Mann gets the bucket.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And this kid, Rizachet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Mann, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Now, here is Young from downtown. He's off on that one. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. On the court for Atlanta, the backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. Zachary Rizashea out there with Porzingis. And it's Okongwu in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. Pass to Okongwu. Williams with the steal. Here's Miller. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Miller's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hornets.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Young with no one around. No good from outside. Closing out possessions. Tim, that's how Mason Plumlee helps this team.
Yeah, Kevin, defensive rebounds are highly contested, and yet Mason Plumlee is one of the best at pulling down those boards. He is always hustling to battle for position.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Kennard, he's checked in for Young. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Hawks. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
Check it out, Charlotte, man.
They've looked pretty good lately, winning their last 3 games. We'll see if this is a flash in the pan or some real momentum they're building. They're hoping they can continue to add to this win streak.
Here's Daniels. After the basket by Charlotte. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Miller. And it falls over the rim and in. And it's a 6-point Hornets lead.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
18 feet out in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And no matter who it is, you can't give anyone that much room for mid-range.
And it's Rizashea with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Drains it from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Hawks. It's Miller on the wing. Over Kennard. Miller, no luck.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Back to Rizashea. To Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Plumlee out there with Grant Williams. And it's man in at the point guard position. So that's the Hornets 5. Man with it. Puts up a 3. It's good.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Young fires. The response triple. Answers back.
And anytime you're on the road and you can answer with the three right back and take the lead, that is what we call being beyond clutch.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Atlanta has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. That one drops.
Yeah, Trae Young has been relentless offensively. He has brought the effort and the production.
Man with it. He's against Young. Outside, Sexton. A 17-footer. Porzingis pulls it down.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Okongwu puts it right back up and in.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
He's off from 3. The Hawks leading by 4. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Got it to go off the glass.
Now, how about Trae Young from close range? And this guy is such an impressive all-around scorer.
From outside, buries the deep ball.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And there's a foul called on Trae Mann. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Daniels, defended by Sexton. Young, got it.
There it is. That is ice cold by Trae Young. Huge bucket.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Knocks down the 3.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
He drills the 3.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Big-time conversion there puts them up 3.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factor connects again from distance?
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Young outside. It falls!
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Trae, leadership is such a key point.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.